Hey, what is up, guys? So we're back after what was that? 2 day break from Final Fantasy 16, and we're actually coming up to the home stretch. So this might be the final stream for Final Fantasy 16 at least before we move on to another game. But we'll see. Today we're looking to clear the last remaining hunts. I think it's just the S ranks I have. I know I left off with all left. No, it's just the S ranks. Off stream for a couple hours. Not even a couple, like 1 hour yesterday. I ended up having to do some stuff late in the night. While doing that, I said, why not just. I had to wait anyway, so why not just clear out all of the hunts up to S rank? Because I believe I'm max level for the first playthrough of the game at level 50. So it doesn't really make much sense doing that on stream because it'll just be a lot of running around and like two-shotting enemies. Which it was. I did like all of the hunts within like 45 minutes, except the S rank. Y'all would have seen one of the S ranks on stream. I think it was the Behemoth King, if I'm not mistaken. When we streamed last time, I believe that would have been on Thursday. And now today we're gonna finish off the last few. I'm not trying to, spend too much time on the hunts themselves, because I believe the final mission will be like roughly an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on how it goes. So what I did was I just pulled up a quick map of all of the hunts where they'd be. I'm not trying to like go and search and look for them. So today we'll start off with the first S rank hunt, which would be, I believe it's, give me 1 second, I think it's going to be Atlas. So let's see where, yeah, Breaker of Worlds, Atlas. So let's jump straight into it and see where that takes us. How has everyone been? It's been 2 days since we last streamed. I still got YouTube videos up and out, so that's all good. We managed to get enough from the last streaming session, so let me show you guys what the hunting board looks like now. As you can see, it's all cleared except for these last 4 S rank monsters. We have Tricephalic Terror, Pandemonium, Rune Awakener, and the Breaker of Worlds. So we'll start with the Breaker of Worlds, who, let me see, appears in Rosaria, and the exact location he appears in seems to be somewhere like here, I believe. The tree reads. Let's go there and see. I'll see the location on the map based on how the map itself looks. So what I'm seeing is, it's not the tree reads, it's right here. So the Breaker of Worlds would be in that spot. So instead, let's go to, I think all of them is kind of far, East Pool, and we'll start from there. I'm kind of excited. Today, I'm actually gonna finish the actual game. It's been a really good run. I have some thoughts on the game, of course, and I've shared some of those thoughts a bit as we were playing through the game. But what I want to do actually is, we'll play the game, beat it out, I'll share my thoughts on the game, and then depending on how much time we have, I want to see a couple other people's thoughts on the game, see what they think, see if my thoughts align. Maybe it's they mentioned something I missed. I have 2 people in specific in mind of who I'd want to see their thoughts on the game after playing it. We'll react to that content as well. Reaction content, let's go. Free content, using other people's free content. And then we might just call it a day. I believe today is Father's Day. I have a Father's Day lunch to go to because Surprise, surprise, as I've mentioned before, I am a father. And my wife also has a father, as do I. So we'll just preoccupy ourselves with lunch to handle that. So the reaction content, just based on time. If I have like an extra 30 minutes to spare, we can do that. If not, I think we will call it a day and just end on my thoughts on the game, hopefully. And then next stream we start with Hades. So I also have a new build actually that I put together yesterday because I wanted to use pieces of Odin. So you guys will see how different the Starga looks as compared to before, where I would have just pressed 3-4 skills and then auto attack a lot. It's gonna be a lot more involved now. I still mess it up sometimes, but that's all good. Let's just get into it. So we start with the usual freeze, and then I have this from the DLC, so we'll use that to get the first break. Then we'll pull him down, and then until we've gotten the first stagger, we will continue to fight him as normal. Oh wow, I didn't realize. Until we've gotten the first stagger, we will continue the fight as normal. So we'll continue just going for stagger. And then once we get the stagger, we can begin doing things. Let's just start with Bahamut. This is technically not the full combo because Shiva was on cooldown, but that's all good. We'll see how it goes. I also don't have I griefed, but that's all good. Okay, I griefed this first stagger a lot. I pressed the wrong buttons, so no worries. We'll recover the next stagger. And then we use Odin. I should have. Why wasn't my Zan fully charged? And then we use this. I mean, at this rate, I think I'll just finish the stagger with this. And then we'll pull him down to get Shiva to finish the next stagger. So next stagger, you'll see the full. Next stagger, you'll see the full combo, I promise. Okay, well, he's gonna get staggered here, so. So we do this. And then we do this. And then we do this. I think I missed the freeze, but that's fine. And we will get into it. I also didn't build Zan back up, so maybe we won't see the next. We won't see the full combo, but it doesn't look like it matters. I'm pretty sure he's gonna die to the Zan combo here. We'll see. And then we Zant. And that should kill him. As you can see, the combo is pretty devastating. Like, instant stagger, then just beat his ass with a bunch of extensions on. Oh, you could still level up. For some reason, I thought the max level would have been 50 on. Okay, well, that's good. So we got Nautilus. Next we have to do the Ruined Reawaken, which from the looks of this picture is in Sambrek. We have to go to Caernovant. So let's head over there. But yeah, as you can see, the combo is pretty straightforward in terms of stagger them and then just dump damage. The exact combo is stagger, Shiva, rift shift, cool step, and between every skill there's a rift shift and cool step. So then after that we do Zant, no, stagger, Shiva, rift step, no, stagger, Shiva, limit break, Bahamut, rift step, cool step, or rift shift, cool step. Then we use Zant, then we rift shift, cool step. Then we use Dancing Blades, rift shift, cool step. Then we use Zant again, then we rift shift, cool step. And then finally we use Ramu, and that by then all my skills are on cooldown. And the stagger bar is almost full, so I beat his ass for like, well, a couple combos. And then end with Deluge to break stagger bar again as fast as possible. Anyway, let's see, where do I have to go? It seems it's down here. So the boss I'm going to is down there. Let's call the Chocobo. This was Ruin Reawakened, I believe. What would actually be useful is let's build Zant on this Black Widow spider. Okay, well that was unfortunate. Let's just build Zant one more time. Once it comes off of cooldown, I'll have Zant, so that's all good. You know, I didn't actually check if... Yeah, I didn't actually check if my save file had went through. And it maxed out, because I should have all of my icon abilities maxed out. Yes, they are all maxed out. Okay, it's all good. So let's continue building Zant. That's not quite what I wanted to do. We could use this to build Zant. We don't have to finish the fight necessarily. Alright, this will give us Zant and then we can leave. And it should give us Zant at least, yeah. See? Level 5. We can just frostbite it a couple times and then run away. It'll eventually deaggro, I believe. I'm not trying to... I wonder if it would have been faster to just kill it. But then again, to kill it I would have had to damage dump, and to damage dump I'd have to use Zant. But now we're actually prepped for the boss fight. Because once I have Zant going into it, I can get Zant twice within the fight. So it's pretty efficient there. Here be Rose Fields. I wonder why I got that. Like, is this location important? To be honest, I'm not too sure. But it should be down here actually. According to the map, we should have the Ruin Reawakened right around here. He'll get his ass beat right around here as well. Let's see what does this boss even look like. I have no idea what the S rank boss is outside of the... Oh, okay, it's a literal dragon. Well, that's alright, well, let's go. I'm not too worried. Let's start with this. And then we can use this. And then we can use this. And now that we've pulled him down, we go into beat his ass mode until we stagger. And this should get us to the, well, pretty close at least. What do you mean, Red Dawn? Alright. Well, Shiver is still on cooldown, so let's just Giga Flare and start from there. So we just wait for it to pop. Freeze him. Zant. Then go into this. I believe this should give me max level on my Zant. So I'm gonna just believe, because I did max out the skill and I am wearing the accessory for it. Okay, I guess it's level 4 Zant. We'll take it. And then we do this. And then we can beat his ass because he is gonna unstagger pretty soon. So this should get us next. And then Frostbite, and then we can deluge him one more time to get Garuda to pull him down, and he's already at half health. So we shouldn't have too long again to go. And then use Garuda. Let's just use... Ooh. Ooh, dodge. What do you mean? What are you doing? Oh my god. He's doing the most. What is he doing now? He's doing the most, but he should be staggered here. And then we use Bahamut. I have no idea where his face is, so we'll just go with that. Let's start with this. Actually, my Shiva is up, so I will use Shiva next as well to get the... And then Rift Strip. Use Shiva. Earth Step. Use Zant. And then Rift Step. And then use Ramu. Then just beat his ass for a bit. I don't know how much health he has left at this point. I guess not much, so as you guys can see, the build is very efficient at dealing with bosses. You stagger them, and then you just beat their ass. I mean, I think I'm a bit over leveled as well because of, you know, beating everything in the game up to this point. But next we have Pandemonium, which is in Waloed. Let's see where in Waloed we will go. It seems like we have to go to the Shadow Coast, which I believe is all the way down here. Yes, sir. And we do Pandemonium. Given it's in Waloed, I've never seen Pandemonium before, but guessing it's gonna be an orc, and he should be right around here. I'm like once I discovered this build, I was pretty happy with it because before I just used to press all of my skills back to back. Now I feel like there is a play style to it, and there is some involvement in the combat, which made the combat a lot more fun. Like, I saw some other people how they play the game, and I was hella impressed in terms of what you could actually do. I'm not gonna, lab the game to become some combo fiend, some combo monster, but I'm pretty happy with what I came up here, this little build I made with Odin, because it really fit the playstyle I wanted to in terms of incorporating the skills I wanted to specifically, which is the Shiva, Deluge, and then all the damage dump skills like Zant and whatnot. This is saying he should be right about here. Ah, okay, he is. I didn't build Zant back up again, no worries. Pandemonium. Let's go. Let's start with Shiva. Oh wow, that still hit. He's gonna teleport again, isn't he? These orc monsters do that a lot. This should stagger him so that I can then get the Garuda pull. And then that should give me... Let's actually see. Because I'm pretty sure this should build me a full Zan bar, right? Like, I have the item. And I saw... Let's just start with this since she is on cooldown. And then we lose Zant from this. And then Zant. I have Shiva back up again, so... And then Ramu. I actually meant to use Shiva next, but that's fine. And then Shiva. And then Dance and Steel. And then we can get another Zant off of that because we had Zant to begin with. And then Zant. It's not like a full Zant, but it's a Zant. And then we just beat his ass. We continue doing this until his ass is beat. Let's find a safe zone. That wasn't safe. Well, he missed his attack, so I'm not gonna complain. I have... This should actually... Oh. And we can pull him. And then we can begin building the next Zant. This should give us the Zant for the stack. Because as you could see, like... With this combo... Within... I should have probably rift stepped out of that. Within like 2 staggers, every boss we've faced so far is dead. So we just really need to stagger him one. Oh wow, that's unfortunate. I just realized he's like 1. So we can use the full combo, but like I'm pretty sure he's dead. I didn't rift step for the... Yeah, like... There's no chance. He stands no chance against me. Alright. The Masterless Marauder. I believe we fought him already. Isn't he the Behemoth? So the next one is the Triceratops Terra, basically. So that one. So the one next is the Behemoth King, but I'm pretty sure we beat him already. So let's go into Gogimera, the Tricephalic Terror. And he is in the Damekian Republic in the Velcroy Desert. So let's head over to the Velcroy Desert. And this should be the last hunt before we head into the end game. Actually, I can start from here because I also need some potions. I'm not a bitch, I don't need potions. I'll get potions before we start the end game. And so this guy should be around here somewhere. From what I see, he should be around like here. So let's run to that direction and see what happens. Maybe he's like a bit around that area, but this should also be the very last hunt that we have. So they don't really stand a chance. I need to build Zant as well, so if I see a monster that I can build Zant on, that's good enough. Oh, my Zant is built. I did not need to stop here. Did not realize it was built. Hopefully we can leave combat and I can call my Chocobo back again. Oh wait, is that him right there anyway? Okay, we don't need to leave combat. I see him right there. So let's just run up on him. And we can take things from there. Boom. Boom. Hello, Mr. Triceratops person. Kogimera. Alright. Final hunt. Let's do it. Let's see what he can do. Let's start with this. Pull him down and get a full deluge. This DLC skill is super broken. Like, it does way too much damage. Way too much stun damage on them, on enemies. So we can continue beating his ass. Let's just go into Giga Flare, and well, you guys know how it'll go from here by now. So we'll do this, pull out the blade, use Zant, get the slash, and then come here again, and then build up another Zant. So let's continue. I can actually do Shiva. Then we go here, and then we use Zant again. And then we come here, and then we use Ramu. And then we come here, and we use Beat His Ass. We can actually, let me just get a Giga Flare as well, see if it kills. Because I mean, okay, maybe it won't kill, but he's pretty low, right? Switch to Shiva. I mean, I'm pretty confident he's gonna die very soon. Like, I'm confident if this hits. Oh, I was gonna say I'm confident if that hits, then there is no need to use anything. Yeah, I'm confident that I'm gonna kill him as soon as I'm done. I'm gonna just charge the Zant as well. So as soon as this attack is done, he's dead. And then we Zant, and he should die here. Didn't even need the second stagger. And that is the final hunt. We are done. I believe that's the max amount of renown I could get as well, so let's do the hideout one last time before beginning the final boss. That took like what, 20 minutes? Alright. Let's restock on potions. Yes, sir. Don't know why she's surprised every time. They could have given a bit more variety with her voice lines. Alright. So, a big reason of doing the hunts initially was so that I could have crafted the Gotha Damarang, but the DLC weapon was better, so I'll just craft these because I can, but it's not like they're important by any means. This Thornberry knife though, that the Omega weapon. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the one I have, right? Yeah, the Thornberry knife, the Fool's Gold. You get one more of those, but I won't use that. Now, there was some armor here that was better than the armor I had, but to get this Illudium, I need to beat the game. Never gonna do that. Well, not really planning to continue playing the game after I beat the game, so we can skip that side of things. I believe we actually now have everything we need to begin the end game. I just want to see the hunt board actually cleared off, and we can take things from there. I'm gonna relish in seeing all of the X's. There isn't anything left on the patrons with Spa either. I had enough renown to clear all of those out before the S rank. So look at this hunt board. Look at this clean world. This empty hunt board. Let's go. Feel proud of that one. It's a bit bittersweet, going into the last mission. We've been with this game for like 50 hours now. There is nothing else on the map to do besides head over to end the game. Let's see what we see. I can close this tab as well. Bring up the chat. Alright. Why are all these people talking like they're gonna go? Or okay, no. They're just watching. They're sending us off. Me, Dion, and Joshua. Hopefully we all come back alive. Why would I see your dad up there? It's all good. I'm gonna come back alive. We're gonna make it out. Let's go. One thing I don't know if I could say looking forward to doing, but one thing I have to once we beat the game is make the video. That's gonna be a long one because I have 16 parts, each part being roughly 3 to 4 hours long. Or is it 15 parts? I think 15. 15 parts, each part being 3 to 4 hours long. That's a lot of footage to cut down on, so we'll see how it goes. Why is Gav in charge? Wouldn't Otto be in charge? I'll make it back. I got what it takes. Damn, Gav. Why are they writing me off like I'll lose the fight? Is this a no return? I'm pretty sure there is a return. And I will. Joshua, what are you doing, my brother? Yes, sir. So wait, you're saying if he comes back in two pieces, you'll be able to heal him? We do have a godlike healer. What the what? Uncle Byron. We'll win the day. No Jill? One more, one more. The love interest has to get some time. Yes, sir. I'll be back. Toggle, you're not coming? Oh wow, no toggle. See, it's a good thing I didn't spend that much time learning the pet controls. Why am I speaking like I'm not making it back? Like, I know we're gonna fight God and it's a bit grim, but at least I'll take care until I come back. And that's all we need. That belief. You believe in me, I'll make it back. See, that's all we needed. Fate. Let's go. We get the I love you as well. I wonder what the final boss fight would be like. Damn, another third one for the game. Quinton, the day everyone's here. Didn't realize literally everyone would have been here. Alright, let's go, boys. Time to do a man's job. What are we gonna do? Just jump off and he'll transform mid jump, but I guess that's what we're gonna do. Alright, let's go. Go on. Pray to Meteor for us. That didn't work out the best last time, but this time for sure it'll be different. Let's go! Bahamut. So what is he gonna transform back and then be in the party, or like what is he gonna do after he drops us off? Does he just lose control and just roam forever as Bahamut? Maybe he has to keep those things busy. I mean, they shouldn't be any match for Bahamut, the goat. Oh, none at all. The grip strength must go crazy. Is he just gonna drop us off at the top because that'll be nice? Mega flare. Could you have like I'm not gonna be picky, like appreciate your ride, but would you have liked to make us a way in from the top? Or is that already the top? Like is it just a boss fight? Do I have to play through a stage? I'm actually very curious to see how this ends up. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if it's just a boss fight. Keeps the hype. It looks like just a boss fight. Will he stay with us the whole time and like provide support? What's the angle? What do we have to do? Oh, this guy. More it all ends. I think Ultima just talks too much. Like, why does he speak this much? I don't feel like he should need to. To end your life. So, how are we doing this? I agree. Will he remain in Bahamut form and provide support? Like, what is he gonna do? Yes, sir. I have a feeling Ultima is just gonna tap him. Oh, we're just going straight in for it. Like, I'm not complaining. What is he doing? Turning into effort as well. That's what he's doing. Copycat. Oh, we're into it. Like, no chill, no stopping. We're just going straight for it. Alright. Let's go. He's showing us. I didn't even fail the quick time event. That's crazy. Zero. Oh, it's Ifrit Phoenix and Bahamut. Alright. Come on, he's not. Alright, Bahamut. Well, so far the opening sequence is pretty cool. Did he? I mean, I guess it makes sense he can use Mega Flare. Evasive maneuvers. Shouldn't we just do the fuse thing? I mean, I guess we can't just do that on command. I'm ready for any quick time events. I guess I'm not ready for any quick time events. Ah, I'm just getting a beating. Like, hello? Alright, Clive. Or I should say Ifrit. Okay, no. Why am I just getting a beating in cutscene? Alright. No! I actually failed that one. That's crazy. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine. We recover. I actually pressed the wrong button for some reason. I thought it would have been square. Let's see. I mean, the way this has been going, even if I didn't press it, would it have been okay? Rasengan! Okay. Vyant, he did a bigger dent than us. Hellfire, Revelation, and Giga Flare. Oh, Mega Flare. Feel like he should have gone for Giga, but we're just concentrating it into the center to see what he does. Let's go, let's go, let's go, concentrate. And then let's see what damage we get done. Try Disaster. That, you see, that has to be some kind of powerful move that that gets us somewhere. Ultima Prime thwarted. Okay. So now the cutscene sequence is over. Where do we go from here? I mean, he's just using our skills. We should be able to use our own skills against him. And we have a Bahamut on top of it. I guess he might be able to use Bahamut's skills as well, even though he looks like Ifrit Phoenix. I get Clive, but we should try and survive, Joshua. What are you doing, Joshua? Move to the side. Damn, the Bahamut sacrifice. I think he'll be fine. I'll get back up. Will I have it? I don't feel like the Giga Flare has it. Is it slowing it down? Ooh, a beam clash. Well, I guess that's Dion. Oh no, wait. He's doing it! He's doing things! Let's go, Bahamut the Goat. I don't think he's doing too well. This isn't gonna end well for him, is it? It did not, but he did Mega Flare before. Let's go. We got some hits in. Did he just die? That seemed like a die level attack. Alright. He's back to his human form. I'm guessing I have to get back up there? Like, how does this work? What's next? I'm actually very interested into seeing how this last level plays out. No, sure, now is not the time to have your fantasy cancer. No, no, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. I was just knockout. It was just a hard punch. I'm good otherwise. Alright, we alive, we living, we living. When they say thwarted, what do they mean? Because it doesn't seem like I thwarted anything so far. Okay, we live in. I feel like he looks much worse. Like what is that shit in his chest? Dion got smoked. It's just us now. We have to go back up there and continue running it. Knights of Ultima to wait for us to get this done. Does he need the crystal in his chest though? Oh, I guess I have to really lapping this out, huh? Really gotta feel the distress as I walk forward for the lap. Oh, I can't even turn around. It's only forward. Can't even really walk sideways much. We just have to go. We'll have a few speeches, I guess, and then we go for the fight. I get we have to do the same. It doesn't sound like Joshua has much left. I agree, but like, what are you gonna do after we reach? Like, I'm gonna let you go. God level abilities are flying at us. Are you gonna be recovered enough to fight? Well, we'll find out pretty soon. It's just God. Alright. Let's see where it goes. What are we looking at? Is that the icons? Just like, take it easy, Joshua. Forget that guy. That's nice of you. The icons are your kin, or would those not icons? Let's see you try. He finish the sentence, boy. He what? Well, I guess we'll finish it. Who are these? What's happening here? What what is he doing? Mm-hmm. Again, I feel like Ultima talks too much for a god. Like, why are you justifying to me a lesser being? Okay. That- Oh, Joshua just does he just die? Does he just well, I've hit the limit. I will just die now. It was Ultima's grasp that grew stronger. I feel like you should take that out of your chest for now. What just I guess he just died. That's crazy. All of these are okay, so it was all Ultima. I'm guessing he's just absorbing all of his power back. Take a breather, take a breather, you'll be fine. It's it's just a flesh wound. Mm-hmm. What do you see? Mm-hmm. So what did you learn? Meaning, yes, yes. I mean, it makes sense. Didn't seem like he had our best interest in mind. Friendship. Ah, yes, yes. Uh-huh. I get it. Faith is important. So I am God. The last of his power to me. I mean, it was damn. Where is that blood? Like his chest? Did the crystal create a hole? Take it, brother. This is a nice. That was a nice shot. Damn. Dion and Joshua really died on the push. All right. No more cutscenes, Ultima. We get it done ourselves. Don't mention it. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's gone. He's gone. It's crazy. Pull yourself together, Clive. Job's not done. Taya said bring him back in one piece and she'll fix him. Let's let's go with that for now. It's nice Ultima is giving us this time to mourn. Is he not ugly anymore? At least he's not ugly anymore. What is he doing? Oh, we're back in the mind wheel again. I was not sitting like that. Um, inside the power somewhat, you know, in your heart. Let's just box. Let's. It's gonna come down to boxing. Whoever has more certified hands gets to see what's done. Let's just box, Ultima. No point in pretending. Am I just gonna effort from off rip? Okay. Let's go. Oopsie daisy, that didn't go well for me. No, I griefed. Well, the fight didn't start off the best, but we'll figure something out. Tree. Let's just use this to get some hits on him. And we can use this to get some more. And then we can use this to get some more hits on him. Holy! Use this to get some more hits on his stagger. He's doing the most. Move away, move away. Oh, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, this should give me a big stagger damage. Would this let me and then use Garuda? Yes, it will. Okay, I guess I can't do that. Okay, I was really hoping I could have just gotten that off. I just want to build Zant. I guess I can't build Zant. I guess I'm not getting to build Zant. I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna build it. I'm stubborn at this point. I don't care how stubborn I have to be. It's building. I will get these Zant off. I will get it off. Don't teleport, please. Let's go. I got it off. That's good enough for me. Now I have everything to do the full combo. Let's see how he deals with that. Oh, we just go straight. I didn't even get a stagger yet. I mean, his health bar is going down pretty fast. I don't think he's doomed. Unless we have a few phases to go. Try your best. That's all I could tell you. Is it gonna... What's the move here? Okay, we lived. We're good. Let's continue. Because I am him. That too. That was close. They should actually give us the stagger, right? 1, 2, and then Giga Flare. And then he's getting destroyed. Will he actually even live this stagger? I have a feeling he's getting destroyed by this stagger. Alright, next phase. There must be a next phase. It couldn't have been that easy. Let's see where he goes. I mean, I know I'm way too powerful from doing all of the side quests and the DLC before fighting him. Yes, sir. We'll find out what I'm one of by the end of this. Is mine to destroy? Fair enough. I mean, you're not wrong, I guess, but you're not strong enough, my good sir. I am him. And you will learn that. Let me show you why they call me Devil May Clive. Alright. We're gonna do kaiju fighting. I get to use the cool form of Ifrit as well. I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, he looks hella cool. I can't say he doesn't. My dude. Let's go, boy. Okay, maybe I should have. What is he doing? What is he doing? Alright, we're back in it. What is he doing? What do you mean smite? What do you mean smite? Well, I guess he is a god after. 2, 3, 4. I really should begin dodging these things. Have fun with this. Have fun with this. I'll just dump it into your face. And then we just auto attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this. I'm just gonna dodge. What is he doing? What is he doing? What are you doing? Oh my god. So cheap with that move. You're tired? You did a little smiting and you're tired now, Mr. God? I'm sorry, you're not tired. You're not tired. I am tired of your oh, he did 4 this time. Have fun with that. Oh my god, I'm getting spammed. He's spamming, he's spamming, he's spamming. Where, where is he off to? I'm not sure if it's because I'm too strong and this boss fight is just a bit easy. But he's not doing any damage to me. I feel like... Well, actually, I was gonna say I feel like I'm just as powerful as him. But I guess that's the point. Right? Like, I, I should be just as powerful as him. So, I guess it's fine. Could you hold off on that? Could you hold off on the in? Because I haven't gotten a chance to, go fully on this shit yet. 40, okay. We have some time. We have some time. We have some time. I just need to go crazy. I just need to go crazy. We have 40. But I feel like I'm not doing enough. 30. I feel like I'm not doing enough for 30. I think we need to pick things up a bit here, Clive. No, I was trying to brimstone. I'm griefing. Okay, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I don't know what he's doing there, but I think it's fine to pretend I don't care. I think we're fine. I can get some free dodges on this. I can get some free dodges on that and it's good. We broke. I can just get some free hits on him here. And then I could actually do this to finish off the stagger. Get some pretty good damage in here. Like, hello. Okay. Okay. I mean, he didn't do that much damage, to be fair. I'm trying to dodge into it, but it's not like cooperating. Alright, let me just beat his ass again. He seems a bit tired after using that move. I was close. And then I can use Hellfire and get a good amount. Okay, maybe not that much damage, but a good amount of. Actually, no, it's a lot. It's good damage. It's good damage. And then I just beat his ass. It's okay. It's okay. He's just like one. He's gonna die to this. All right. Another phase, or you have any other plans? I mean, the fight was definitely cool, but I'm just stupid strong, so I am him. Like, I actually became him by the end of the game, which I can't say I'm unhappy with. Gonna cry. So, like, God couldn't really deal with the blight yourself. Damn. He's just Shit in the mom. She's like, you're a loser. L ratio. Got nothing. No bitches. No maidens. One more phase. His last phase of anger. Oh, come on. The old make a million clones. What's he doing here? Okay, is that a cliff archer? What is bro doing? Alright, final form. Well, let's see if it matters. Alright, instead of dancing around you, let me get the stagger working. Oh man. Oh man. I'm really trying to get this sand out. Oh. Okay, I can get it here. Alright. This will get me sand. I wonder if this will break the first stagger bar. And then I can pull him from here and get the deluge to just shoot his ass. Just gun him down. Alright. Oh. I guess he can do it too. I mean, he's just using the abilities of the icons, right? Okay, I did that in a back order. Ah, you didn't even have the upgraded version. Oh no, that was the wrong thing I did there. Whatever. We're here now. And we do this. We'll just use what we have available to us. Hopefully I can get good damage off of this. Let's see, then we do this. I mean, he seems a lot tankier this time around. So we'll see. And then another Zant bar. And then after this, we can go another Zant. And then remove. And then shoot it with Deluge to get some quick stagger off. What is he? Garuda. I have him. Ooh, back. Let's go bar for bar. You wanna go bar for bar? You're not ready for this. Word for word, bar for bar, and I'm just better. Odin? No, Ramu? My turn. I can do the same. I mean, I wish they would rely on something besides spam square. But you don't have it. Bring the next one. Use the next Aeon. Use the next icon. Yeah, bring Titan. Let's go. We just box. We just box. We can box. We can box. That's what it's about. What else do you have? What else? Who's next? Who's next? Have some of this. Boreal Rhapsody. That's a new one. Wait, is he too high? That's kind of lame. Oh, I misplayed super hard there, but that's fine. We good, we good. I guess I missed. That's okay. Have fun with that. You're not ready for me, boy. And could you stop teleporting? You keep making me drop aggro. I think I can actually, but I want these ants. I could probably, play this a lot more carefully, but I believe in myself. I say that as I get hit unnecessarily. Come on, use it. Alright, I have sand. Don't care for anything else. Come on, use the skill, use the skill. You're putting everything up. I should have just rift slipped. Giga flare. Anyway, I should have enough skills going to get Sant in there. And then Zant. If I don't, I can always remove. And then this will give me enough to use Zant again. And then I can Zant after this rift ship. Just. And then Zant. And then. I can get some free stagger on him really quickly. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go more. Bring the rest of them. Bahamut is next. My turn as well. Dion, anything you can do, I can do better. If you know, you know. Come on, boy. How much will Bahamut do? Not that much, but it's the thought that counts. Bring the next day on. Shiva. When are you gonna learn? Like, I'm just better at it. I'm just better at it than you, my guy. When are you gonna learn? You back down? Odin? That's fine. We can use Odin as well. I'm somewhat of a pro at Odin. Let's go. What are you gonna do? You're not ready for this. I am just better in all realms of sword. No, no one prays to you anymore. Limit break. I'm good with that too. I can do the same. Okay, I guess I won't do the same at this point. Before you smite, did this? Yes, it did. Alright, I thought I would have missed that. Let's just box. Okay, after Holy, we have some time. Some gourd. Let's build back up Zant and we might be able to kill on the next one. We'll see how it goes. Get some free shots here. That's a bit dangerous, don't you think? Where are you putting that, sir? What are you doing, Ultima? What are you doing? Flare. We're good, we're good. Wait, he's stuck. I can get him. If I had registered that a bit sooner, I might have been able to kill. It's okay, we're good. We're good, we're good. What is he doing? Oh! And then we actually have a full combo here, so this should actually kill. Like, he should actually die. I'm missing some of these freezes, but it's okay. Like, I have enough time with everything still. And then we can get Xanto. And then Zant again. Let's wait for the double slash. And Zant. And then remove. Is he taking damage? I guess we're just going into a cutscene, so I might as well just wait for the dance, 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 dance. You're getting danced on. Aren't you ashamed? You're being danced on. You're God and you're being danced on. Try your best, Ultima. Try your best. Will this be the killing blow? Okay, it wasn't quite the killing blow. I mean, he still has to use Ifrit, right? So I'll use Ifrit to finish it off. Cook him! Not doing a good job at being the god guy, are you? Fate. I mean, you're the one kneeling, not me. How about we just use Bahama to finish it off like good old times? Alright. I am a god among men. You can use everything. I am a god among men. You are not ready for this. But unlike you, I am man. Man become God. Ooh, true. Ooh, ooh, the actual dynamic entry by the soul. Ooh, we donutted him. That's crazy. You can't be God and getting donuted. That's not for God. Ooh, and then we're just gonna duff you. That's crazy. You really let a human destroy your face? Aren't you God? That's a another level of disrespect you're on here. Alright. What's your plan now, Mr. God? I wonder how long the ending cutscene will be now. We still have about 2 hours before I have to leave, so if the ending cutscene isn't too long, we can actually react to those reactions I wanted to see. I have to find one of them, but I know it exists. Whatever man decides. You know, now that we beat Ultima, I would love to see sunny skies. Free will is a hell of a thing. I know there's Final Fantasy mode that makes the game harder. I'm not gonna do that. Played the game once, got the story. Had a lot of fun with it. Don't need to spend another 50 hours on it. Oh damn. I'll just absorb him. Well, we destroyed the mother crystals and those were the cause of the blight, right? So would we not have to deal with blight anymore? We have to just run from blight our lives? Like what's the goal here? And like I said at the beginning, you start fighting random mobs, and you eventually get to the point where you're fighting God. And I have won. Damn, that feels good. I'm actually super happy we beat the game today. Damn, Joshua, will we at least find Dion's body as well? Hard fought. Damn. You back home? I have my kingdom again? Okay, no. Flashback. How do I get back? Do I just jump? Turn into Ifrit and go? Is this him knighting us as a shield? No, that wench. That is the community. I know I incorrectly said Benedicta was. That is the community up there. Blessed by the Phoenix. To the very end. Who's this? Is this the child Edda was having? I believe that was her name. Oh no, we're still doing flashbacks. It's a baby. Second baby for the game that we've seen. This and the DLC. Damn. We've come a long way, brother, but we did it. We saved the world and hopefully ended slavery in the process of doing that. Damn. But I can heal the hole at least. Don't have to deal with that anymore. Alright, just to destroy the last mother crystal and we're off. What is he gonna do? It all comes back to the flames. The end of you? Why would it mean the end of you? Like the end of US Mythos? Can't be the end of US Clive. You said you'd go back. We've established that the fire does nothing to him, so that should be fine. I'm not dying at the end. No shot you die at the end of this game. I've got Joshua and Leon's that, like, no shot Clive is dying as well. What about the island? Does that just fall? Okay, it just falls. Crazy. Hopefully no one's down there. I think that was just a hole though. Do I wash up on the beach? And this is how Kingdom Hearts begins. Alright. Is there any more cutscenes before I give my thoughts? I'll wait for it to end. Oh, music. Song. Damn, that's a beautiful scene. The one time, the nighttime is fine. No shot! No shot, that's how this game is gonna end. No shot. No shot, you just die at the end. I feel like that's just a shock factor for shock factor purposes. There's no reason to die at the end. When the child was born, let's go. Child was just born. Imagine being born right after God was slain. Crazy timing. No shot. It's not almost finished. Actual freedom. No slavery. No shot, I died. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna show up. Be like, hey, it's me. How does she know I died just based on a light fading? Is my life tied to that star? Is this sometime after? Like, the sun comes up signifying I am rising on you. It's no shot, right? Oh, he lived, he lived, he lived. Is there any more cutscene or was that it? Alright, well, that was the full entire game. It's good to see that I didn't die at the end. What have I thought, what have I felt about the game? Well, it's like I said, the first game I've played since Elden Ring. That's the last game I played when it came out. And then before that, probably multiple years passed before I played a single player game. I used to play mainly multiplayer games. But when I was younger, I played Final Fantasies a lot. 10 was my favorite. I used to play a lot of single player games. And I'm getting back into it now. And I feel like this was a good start. It's not quite Final Fantasy in terms of the storytelling aspect of it, but the gameplay was definitely fun. I see a lot of people criticize this game for how it strayed or whatever the case may be, but I enjoyed the time I spent with it. I mean, I did all of the side quests, even when it kind of was driving me crazy, did all of the hunts, and did the entire 2 DLCs. The game itself, the gameplay itself, 7.5. I won't say it pushes 8 yet, but like 7.5 out of 10. Super fun. Like, you have a lot of freedom and a lot of options and combos you could do with the game, and it gave you a lot of expression in terms of how you wanted to use abilities. And I was really happy I found a build that I like playing by the end of it, because my goal was just stagger into damage dump, and I feel like my build encapsulated that perfectly with how it went through all of the bosses and the S rank hunts that we did. In terms of writing and story, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely do think it was pretty weak. I think like the writing, the story itself might be like a 4, maybe 5, like pretty mid in my opinion. Like the first half of the story with all of the politics, that didn't really matter. It was just politics is happening so people can be distracted for us to destroy crystals, and then it just kind of did that 3 or 4 times, well, 4 or 5 times until we reached the Odin crystal. We fought Odin, destroyed the crystal, and then fought the last boss. In terms of the dialogue and writing, that was like a 3. it it was just too edgy and cringe, to be honest. Well, not cringe, but like just too edgy and trying too hard to seem like it's like mature or whatever the case may be. Like, I don't mind characters saying fuck or shit or whatever, like cock, whatever the case may be during the game, but I feel like they would just like trigger finger with profanity, like different profanities or different like edginess factors. In terms of the actual dialogue, sometimes I just felt like they were yapping way too much. You could have definitely gotten a lot more concise with your writing, which would have left a bigger impact than just having it draw out. Like I was saying at the end, I thought Ultima was talking way too much. But that was like the downsides of the game. All that being said, the game was still hella fun. Like I still had a ton of enjoyment playing the actual game, the gameplay of it. Doing some of the boss fights were incredibly well put together. That Titan boss fight, Ultima was pretty cool. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. Bahamut was pretty cool. And overall, I had a lot of fun with the gameplay loop that I was in as I was learning new icon abilities, getting new combos, figuring out new mechanics of the game, and going through all of the motions there. So overall, I'd say the game is probably like a 5. I mean, I know I said all that. It's like a 5. The gameplay kind of pulls it up from the poor writing, because and the dialogue especially, because none of the characters, like, you know what game has, and I'm gonna say it again, pretty good dialogue that I really enjoyed, was Final Fantasy X. I played that game a ton, and I watched someone play it over recently, so I got the dialogue fresh in my mind. But there were times where you could tell they just got into the character and just said what the character would have felt at that time. Like when Tidus was going to save Yuna the first time from the temple, and Iwaka was like, no, only Guardians could do that. And Tidus was just like I get, and just run inside. Like, little lines like that that give the characters a lot more personality to themselves rather than sounding generic-ish, which, to be fair, they don't all sound super generic, but I think it's just a part of the aspect that they were writing out too much dialogue, but we already spoken about that. In terms of the gameplay itself, the combat, I did mention I enjoyed. There were a lot of cool, unique missions. I wish they would actually remove the MMO aspects of the game, like fetch quests. Why am I going to this person to talk to this person to then come back to talk to you to then talk to this person to carry this stuff? Like what is this back and forth necessary for? This isn't an MMO. It's a single player game. I don't feel like we need that level of LARP. Like there were a few times during the gameplay I said, yeah, I don't feel like we needed this level of LARP in terms of like walking this place or like walking to this thing or trying to do this thing or filling this bucket of water or something like that. I feel like we could have been a lot more direct with the story as well in terms of some of the not side quests, but like even the main quests. Because we do like main quest shit, big story beats, and then just have like a lot of side quests, like main quests that are essentially just side quests of running around, talk to this person, to talk to this person, to talk to this person, then back and forth, back and forth. But overall, like I said, the game is like it's mid, like a 5, but I did enjoy it. I would probably recommend someone to play this game if they want to get back into get back into a modern Final Fantasy. But I can't say it's like by my favorite by any means. And I played the entire game. I have like 50 hours into it. I can't say I didn't enjoy the game or I thought it was bad. If I did, I would have stopped playing it. So I think that's good enough for me to tell someone, if you like Final Fantasy, if you like action combat, and you don't want like a crazy high tier level story, it's definitely a good game to jump into, see how you feel, give it a shot, and worst case scenario you don't like it, you just stop, you just drop the game, right? But overall, like at the end there when it looked like Sid was gonna die, thought that would have been like too much. Like we had Joshua and Dion die, Sid already, I'm saying Sid, Clive already beat Ultima. He's just gonna turn to stone at the end. I felt like that's like you're just trying to give me too hard, like you're trying too hard to give me reasons to care. But it's good to see at the end where he said, and that's how our journey ends. I would have to assume it sounds like the story was being narrated from the point of a story or a book being written, and someone would have to be there to account the details of what happened on the origin point and what happened in the fight with Ultima. Dion and Joshua died, so it could only have been Clive. I keep saying Sid. It could have only have been Clive. So I would have to believe Clive survived, went back to the hideaway, reunited with Jill and all those guys. That's my headcanon there. I'm pretty sure they left it open like that intentionally for the players to actually decide what it's looking like. But I wonder, is there any post cutscene? Like, I'm just gonna scroll past this now. That's like more or less my overall thoughts on the game. I don't think, actually, let me stop here for a second, slow down. The DLC as well, I think the DLC was great. The first one was alright, the Echoes of Darkness, that was alright. It was just basically a dungeon. Nothing too crazy about that there. But the second one, I think the writing was much better in the second one than the base game itself. as well as the overall art direction and gameplay loop of the second one. It was more or less the same in terms of gameplay loop, but I like the area a lot more than where we spent most of the base game, just because of how well lit it was, how the actual environment looked. The boss fight was hella cool. We had a lot of boss fights and a lot of mini bosses there as well, so the gameplay for it was hella cool and was pretty concise. Like, we did it in 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe 4 hours max, so it wasn't stupid long that we had to spend time on. So the DLC, definitely, I would say, if I had to include that to the rating of the base game, bump it up a bit, maybe like a 6. But the base game itself still remains at a 5. If I was to sum it up, kind of poor writing, mess story, pretty cool gameplay. So with that, let me see if there is anything else. This is a lot of people. That's crazy. Let me see if there's anything else. Next, I'm gonna play like a shorter game, Hades 1. That will be like maybe 2-3 streams max before we finish the entire game, at least based on what I've seen. Actually, no, I lied. It's 25 hours. If I stream 4 hours a day, let's say 6 to 7 streams, so like within a week. And then after that, I wanted to play. Oh, cutscene. Let's see what happens. What's happening here? Who's that? It's just random people. So it did pass down into stories and books. That means generations had to pass, at least 2 or 3 before we reached here. Is that the book there? Final Fantasy Joshua Rosfield. Did he? I guess Clive changed his name. Bahamut, you mean Toggle? Well, I mean Joshua. He had to use Joshua's name, right? It had to be Clive. Joshua kind of died. Sure. What do we go now? Revisiting. Completing the Rising Tide quest line has caused a change in the hideaways for Crisona. New Game Plus is now available from the title screen. This option allows you to start a new game with player and item data carried over from previously completed playthrough. Gameplay mode. Final Fantasy is now exclusive. Final Fantasy gameplay mode offers the following: increased enemy strength and increased level cap, new gear and items, mode exclusive content. This mode is recommended for. Alright, that's fine. I wanna load the game and see what happens here. Like, what does it pop into? What's that? That's new items as well. What do you have? Probably music. Let's see. Um, sure, well, nothing from the blacksmith. Let's see what's this. If it pulls up to the menu, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I need to pee. Okay, guess not. I desperately have to use the bathroom right now. Let's wait to see what happens. Hopefully it's not too long. Thank you. What's going on here? You good? You good, G? Maybe this is where I get Ultima's powers? I guess so, let's go. I actually become God. My thanks. Alright, sick. I feel like I could have gotten this, before the final boss, so I could have used it a bit. But I guess the intention is to go into New Game Plus with it. I already skill to see what it's about, but that would be it here. I just want to finish this cutscene so I can go to the bathroom, to be fair. Okay, I'll go to the bathroom real quick. Alright, Ultima's feat Ascension allows Clive to levitate off the ground, transforming his normal attacks. The sweeping attacks capable of striking multiple enemies. So enhances his normal range spells into a 5-fold volley of holy arrows. In addition, pressing X allows Clive to rise up even further. Okay, okay. Sure. Who am I fighting? I mean, I don't go up that far. Oh wow, you could teleport. That's crazy. What do I do here? Interesting. And what's this one? I mean, seems cool. Seems cool. Seems cool. I wonder what his ult is, because obviously I don't have it with the base abilities. Was that all? I mean, dodging with this is hella easy. Yeah, that was my own fault. Kinda hard to see when you're pretty blocked up, but fair enough. I mean, seems chill, seems cool. Let's just finish this up. Let's just finish this up, and then we'll see what it's about. Alright, cool. It's kind of weird they give me the Ultima's power. I know it's for the new game plus, right? But narratively, I just finished the game and now I come back to this. I feel like I should have gotten this for finishing the game by default. Well, not finishing it, before I went into the end game by default. What's that? Kairos Gate is not accessible. Kairos Gate is a challenge and game battle content. Climb with stealth to the very circle of health tank, wave after wave of familiar ferocious wolf. Okay, so it's just basically. How is there still a locked feature? What is that? I finished the game. So it's just basically endgame. Once you even beat the final, like new game plus boss and all that jazz in Final Fantasy mode. Um. All right, cool. Let me check Ultima's power. Let's see, where is it? At the very top, makes sense. Oh, it's in a different format as well. So what's this one? So this one is you turn into Hyper Beam. Alright, fair enough. And what's this one? An explosion. Okay. Cool. Cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, well. I guess that's everything there. So we still have an hour. So what I'll do is, let's go back to here. What does it say for it? 100%. Let's go. Oh, I have a lot of the trophies. Didn't realize. I thought I had a lot less. Anyway, 100% game played. 56 hours in is where we finish things off here. Let me actually pull up the videos I wanted to react to and see if I can find them real quick, and then once I do, we can go from there. Let me see, 1 second. Let's see. 1 second. I'm just looking for. Okay, I think I found the first one.
We are going to finish.
And the second one, let me see if I can find that one, because I have a feeling it exists, but let me see. I don't think I'll end up finding this second one. Let me see. One sec, I'm looking. I might be able to find it. Yeah, 1 sec. Let me just skip to the very end. I don't know if this one has what I'm looking for in it, but we shall see. Okay, so what I'll do is quit out of my remote play, and you'll see the book I read in the background there, and that should actually, what I'll also do is switch the scene. So now let's react to two people that one of them I watch. Well, I guess I watch both of them. I've seen a lot of clips from both of them, and see what their thoughts are, see how it aligns with my thoughts. Maybe we differ in some areas, maybe we agree in some areas, maybe I get some new insight that I didn't think of at first when I was telling you all what I was thinking of. So let's just jump straight into it and see. So the first person we're looking at is Asmongold when he finished the game 2 years ago. So game is old, whatever, remove. So let's jump straight into it. I hope you guys can hear this fine. Let me see.
Okay. New game quest is available from title screen. Holy shit. Alright, let's talk about the game.
Let me raise my volume a bit.
Damn.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, the
Let's
game
go.
was really good, man. Like,
So far, I agree.
let me think about what to say.
How long is this?
Socrates told Clive to write a book about his life, so it's likely Clive did write it. Yeah,
It's
like,
true.
how would they know about what happened at the top there, you know?
And that's the same thing I said. Like, I have to only believe Clive was alive because the book exists.
Like, I mean, like, logically, that's what would make sense, right?
Okay.
Else was there.
Yeah. What else?
Someone made it up, yeah.
I don't usually watch
The beginning and end of the story. Yeah, that's true too.
videos in full screen like this, so it's kind of weird, but
Josh Joshua live? Clive revived him.
Let me see.
I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Don't you feel like, beside the combat, too much cutscene felt like a movie? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
definitely
okay,
a
I had
story-based
the
game.
same
I didn't really
impression, but I
mind it
don't,
a
yeah,
whole lot.
didn't mind the cutscenes either. Like, the cutscenes to me was all good. I don't mind if the game, if I'm going into a narrative-driven, story-based game, if there's gonna be a ton of cutscenes, then let there be a ton of cutscenes. As long as they're well-executed cutscenes and they don't feel padded out, that they're just adding these cutscenes for adding them sake. Which, again, in some cases when Mythos was talking, I did feel like that was happening. But overall, it came together. Let's see.
Yeah, I thought it was good, man. Like, I really actually enjoyed the story.
Okay, well,
There were
that's...
some parts of it that were, like, kind of confusing to me. Like,
I
where
agree.
were the other people that, like, Ultima was, like, did they turn into mother crystals? Like, why did Joshua have Ultima inside of him?
Yeah, I don't really get that part either. Maybe it was... I guess it was just for sealing Ultima when he was trying to first take control over Clive. But then the part that was confusing for me was mainly a lot of the politics at the beginning of the game, because a lot of the beginning of the game did not show you places that you've been to. They just introduced you places with names that didn't mean anything to me, like Imperial Royalists, and I was just lost on who was fighting who, what was what, until a lot later into the game, where I've gotten to go along around the world a lot more, so it was a bit hard to follow. But like I said, it just all boiled down to big internal war conflict, distraction. We can destroy mother crystals.
Like, why did that happen? How did
I
they
guess
stop
so.
him? Like, I didn't really understand a lot of that.
That part I was fine with.
I feel like this game had some of the highest high points, you know?
I would agree. Like, criticism of the game aside, I don't know about highest, but there were a lot of really high points. Like that Titan fight, insane. Getting the combo down, figuring the game out, like understanding it, felt really good. Bahamut, insane. The Ultima fight was pretty good as well. Like, it just took the best parts of the game and continued it from there. I don't feel like it did anything new, but that's all well and good. The fight itself was still fun. The low points of the game was definitely the dialogue. There was some shitty dialogue, some padding, but we got through it.
In terms of like the last fight was fucking awesome. The Titan fight was fucking awesome.
I mean, same thing.
Same
thing. It's like I promise I did not pre-watch. This is the first time I'm watching this because I didn't want to get spoiled as to what kind of reaction to have towards the game at the end. So we'll see.
I would say a 9 or 9.5 of the game.
Okay, I would say like a 5 or a 6.
I hope it comes
Gameplay was super fun. Story I don't think was the
I
best.
would say game's a solid 9 or 9.5.
That's fair enough. If it's just purely gameplay,
Final Fantasy game that I finished.
okay, that make I don't know about that. Like, which others did he try? I don't know, but if it's solely gameplay, 7.58 is the highest I can go. But the story, I feel, could have had some work on the writing. But I'd definitely still say it was fun.
Seriously at all, you know? And I think that some of the big positives, like the combat, I thought was really cool. And I
completely agree with the combat.
A little bit more customization. And I also wish that, like, for example, like, let's say this is the amount of the story.
Yeah.
And like, I wish you had gotten the 3 aspects, because I felt like the game played so much better once you actually got all 3 of the powers, right?
Oh yeah, that completely agree. I didn't even realize we were getting 3 icons at a time. I disagree with the fact that he said he wished there was a lot more customization, because me personally, I've done like 1 or 2 customizations during the gameplay that got to different types of bosses or different types of gameplay, sorry, but I have seen some insane clips with some insane customization, like full on archmage, full on warrior, full on like it's just insane different levels of gameplay styles that I have seen been able to happen based on how you choose to use the icon skills and then what order you choose to do icon skills in, how you buffer each one of them, and like I think there's a lot of variety in that aspect of the game for sure.
The remove
I know that the Devil May Cry combat director also did this game, so it makes sense. It's kind of Devil May Cry.
Grimoire was the third one, and then it was a Garuda. It was like Phoenix felt like 10 times better. Too long, and I would have wished.
I agree. Like I don't mind if that was faster, but
the third power earlier because I feel like at the end, it's like
I don't feel like I was too stunted by having 1 or 2 powers at the beginning. Because at the beginning I was still figuring out a lot of the combat, and even once I got all 3 powers, I still felt like it took a lot of time for me to figure out what kind of style I would want, what kind of play style I would want to go for, and exactly how I would chain the 3 powers together. I mean, if we look at it from my gameplay, I had to fight Odin, beat Odin, and then have the final Aeon icon, which was Leviathan, before I fully like sat into a playstyle and combo that I would want to use.
You get the Shiva power pretty fast, you get the Odin power pretty fast, and you get the, there's like the other one that you get, Bahamut, right? Like, you get those pretty much like 1, 2, 3, right? Whereas, like, if maybe...
I mean, that makes sense. If it was just
early
beginning then end.
Yeah, the pacing, yeah, I just
you'd have
wish
gotten
you
it a lot faster.
Earlier on. See, Jill's wish for Clive to return has been granted, that's why she smiles at the end. Right? Yeah, but like...
I mean, that's just interpretations.
I don't think, like, every single fight had to be an icon fight. Like, for example, I don't think any of the icon fights were, like, mechanically challenging at all. Like, there was never a point where, like, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose, right?
That's one thing I definitely do agree with. Like, all of the fights in the base game was not hard at all. It was very easy. Never felt, like, threatened outside of Odin. I felt threatened a bit, but, like, at no point throughout the fight, by the time I ran out of potions and was losing health, I didn't feel like I would have lost. I still felt like, okay, there's still clear ways I could play the game here, play the game well, and easily win without having to worry too much about health. The only icon fight I was like challenging, I guess, if you could say, was Leviathan, and that was just me playing it kind of stupidly and face tanking a lot of stuff I shouldn't have needed to face tank. But that was the fight I died the most on as well, so I guess it's only fair to say that was the most challenging fight for sure. But in the base game itself, I know I didn't play on Final Fantasy mode, but just the regular gameplay mode itself, I didn't choose story because I did still want to have a bit of a challenge. But I don't think I died to a single boss throughout the entire game, which I feel like shouldn't happen. Because I'm not like some mechanical god at the game. I wasn't playing anything crazy. But they gave a lot of resources to ensure that you don't die.
Actually, I didn't know I could heal, and I died once on Typhon because I ran into it 50 times. But besides that, I actually thought that the icon fights were not. Yeah, they were brawls. They were cinematic. They were
yeah,
really cool.
Yeah, that's definitely something I agree. I mean,
Cool. Like,
let him play it out.
Like, I think the Odin fight was probably the hardest fight.
I agree. Same thing I just said.
Yeah, I'd say game's a solid 9 or 9.5 out of 10.
I would raise it so high.
Small things I'd want to improve, etc. I'd want to change. But, you know, overall, I'm very glad I played it. I thought it was fucking insane.
I mean, I agree. Glad I played the game. I thought the game was pretty cool in terms of the gameplay, the cinematography, some of the scenes you had, and how some of the game itself felt. Not necessarily played, but as you were watching the fights play off, as you were brawling like with Titan, it felt cool. You felt like at scale, you felt powerful, and that's what I think is most important with any game. Anything, because how you perceive it is what matters the most. I agree in terms of there were a lot of icon fights, but I don't mind the icon fights. I think it was cool playing as Ifrit, but I do agree as well with what he said, where the icon fights themselves weren't necessarily challenging. Like, once I was Ifrit, at no point in time did I feel like any of the other bosses I was fighting as Ifrit would give me a challenge or would stop me from beating them, basically. The only time I ever felt challenged was like really against Odin and as Clive, which I guess is the point, but the icons, Typhon, those things should be strong, right? This shouldn't just be a
It
cakewalk.
was really fun.
Alright, so that was the first guy I wanted to watch. The second one is this guy. I've been seeing a lot of his clips recently, so I'm interested to see what he's talking about, because unlike Asman, who spent most of his time playing WoW, recently started getting into other games, well, not recently, but started getting into other games like after the big WoW thing died off. This guy, I believe, is like deep into the Final Fantasy now, deep into Final Fantasy development. Like, he knows developers, like not personally, but like knows of developers, like writers, all of that jazz, and how the internals work a lot as well. So I'm interested to see what his thoughts would be. This looks kind of long, so we'll probably just skip through a lot of it if it's just a lot of yapping, but we'll see. What is this quality?
What? Oh, never mind.
I guess that's just equality. Alright.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for enjoying my first playthrough of Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, that's a
Let's see what he said.
final boss fight. Feels very Final Fantasy 14.
Never played 14, so I can't say how the boss fight compared. It was new for me.
I feel like he's somewhat diminished in the end. I think he went from being like this omnipotent god, where it's like, how the hell are we ever gonna beat this guy who's at some unreachable height above us? And no, it just turns out he's just a loner. He's just lonely.
I mean, I was maybe not the loner aspect of things, but I do think Ultima got diminished by the end, because every time he got on screen, he was just justifying and yapping. Like, why are you yapping so much? If you view yourself as a god, everyone else is below you, you should not explain yourself or see the need to explain yourself to those people. It's like me trying to explain why I'm removing this ants patch from my lawn to the ants in the ants. Like, no, I'll just remove the ants patch. Like, I'll just get rid of the ants. I'm not gonna explain to them. So I feel like with the amount of dialogue Ultima had, they definitely could have toned it down a bit and give his character a bit more awe and godliness to it, because it seemed like he was just yapping a lot.
Lonely, and that's why he can't beat us, because we have the power of friendship.
I mean, that is technically what Joshua boiled it down to. It's like, you won't be Ultima because you have faith and friends, and Ultima abandoned that. Like, I guess, yeah. I also think this is going to be a lot more negative than Asmon's side. I don't think he hates it, but I don't think he's very fond of 16 necessarily, in terms of like it being up there as like a 9. He's probably going to give it a lower rating, if he does give it a rating.
Anime sort of ending. That punch in
Yeah.
the face, I think, was a bit unnecessary. That was comical, that last punch. And it is just Xenos at the end of the day. This is one player Final Fantasy 14 at the end of the day.
I mean, I didn't mind the punch. The punch to me was fine. I feel like it just added on that last layer of disrespect of like you punching out a god, like you're a god being punched out by your own creation. So I didn't mind. I think that was fine. That was cool.
With everything remixed.
I don't get much of the references he's making to old Final Fantasy 14s necessarily. The only Final Fantasy I really properly remember is a bit of 7, 10, a bit of 9, like even less than 7. At 13, I remember 13 a bit. Well, the entirety of the 13 series. A bit of 12 or 11. Which one was not the MMO? Not the MMO, the other one, the single player one. I remember a bit of that as well.
I'll give
Let's
it
see.
that. 3XO here. He got weaker at the end because of the icon fight. Yeah, true. I did think it was kind of cool that you both cycle through different icons and yours just
I agree.
bashes him every time.
Like it was nice to just one-up him each time. It's like, you tried it, it's like, I can do it too, but better. Like, I have the same skills. It was cool to just show Clive elevating up to Ultima's status.
I really, Fenwick, I gotta say, the high points of this game. I'll tell you what. Let's talk about the good, let's talk about the bad, and then let's reach a final verdict. So
okay, let's see what he thinks.
The absolute best parts of this game, period, hands down,
is
boss fight,
agreed.
Bahamut boss fight.
Agreed.
Those two.
By far the two best bosses in the game.
another high point that's separate from that is just Sid's character overall.
Sid was a good character. I agree. I enjoyed Sid,
The
and
entire game. I think it's.
I don't know how the story would have played
They
out.
they got rid of literally the best character, or one of the best characters they've had in a modern Final Fantasy way too soon.
Yeah, I don't know how the game would have played out with Sid remaining in the game, but I also did like Sid. I like his banter a lot, his back and forth with Clive, his humor, everything about him was pretty funny, pretty cool, and I did enjoy every moment he was on the screen or had dialogue in the game. So I have no qualms with that. If he was throughout to the end of the game, I wouldn't have complained at all.
I see no reason he couldn't really be all the way to the end with everyone else. It's dumb.
Fair enough.
People call you Sid. It's dumb that half the characters in the game call you Sid for like the remaining, for like the entire middle 50% of the game. I know there's reasons for it. I know.
I get it when it comes to the extras, but I feel like the main cast, it was kind of weird that like Gav would call me Sid or Otto would call me Sid at times when like it's just like if it's everyone else and they call me Sid, I get it, story like narrative purposes and positioning. But if it was just us talking or like just us, Jill and Josh, we're like, you know, my name is Clive. Maybe they're trying to stick with it so they don't slip up in other situations, but it would have just made more sense if they just said Clive.
I know you're essaying away, smudging as your essays.
That's just a feel.
Arguing why actually me the wrong name. It's weird. Every time it was done, I was like, I think it just didn't work. Other strengths of the game, the music's pretty good.
Yeah.
Ifrit versus Typhoon.
The Ifrit versus Typhoon, when you first actually got to control Ifrit, dash around, move like you were. Like it wasn't slow and clunky anymore like with Garuda. Garuda felt kind of slow and clunky for me. But Typhoon, it felt like it flowed a lot better. You had a lot more control over your actions. Music, completely agree. Some bangers in there. Some of the boss fights and whatever shit got serious and the beat just dropped. It really got you into it.
Whatever it's called. When that music kicked in and it was all actually like really cool and like techno, electro and all that, that was sick. You know, get a bit of dubstep, get a bit of builds and all that. That was a really cool fight with really cool.
This one's a long one, so I don't know if you watched the entire thing yet.
I think you all know my opinions on this. When it's good, it's great. I'm captivated. It's got my attention. The filler in between,
I agree.
Is really, really unnecessary. Like we didn't need to get.
I'm interested to see what he says as filler, because like I just mentioned, you would have these big story beats and these big story moments happen, and then once that was concluded, I get there's like a cool down period, or like, you know, all right, we got that big thing happening, let's just kind of chill, build up the next big thing. But the build up for the next big thing was super MMO like in terms of speak to him, then speak to them, then tell them back what they told you, and then go get this thing from me and bring it back. Like it was just side quest disguised as main quest. I'm interested to see if he thought the same.
3 parts for Mid's ship. We didn't need garlic for that guy.
I agree.
We definitely didn't need to have those scenes where after we buy the garlic, we then hang out with the person we chose to come with us, and then we have a really boring scene.
I don't mind the hangout scenes. The hangout scenes was cool with Gav and Jill. Gave you a bit of life for the game. I guess maybe he didn't like how these scenes was executed themselves, but I don't mind when characters just mesh and enjoy each other's company. Gives you a reason to care about the game a bit more. At least in my opinion.
Talk about how cool we think each other are, and we wish we'd known each other longer because that's how cool we are. And then the camera pans up, like you just.
I mean, I get he did. That is how it boiled down to, but I didn't mind it as much as it sounded like he did.
I'll tell you what. Even if those scenes are necessary, they need to be trimmed. They need to be like just made way more efficient. It's got that issue with 14 where it takes 10 text box to tell you something that could have been done in like 3.
I mean, that's what I was saying, right? Where I felt like I don't mind it having dialogue, but a lot of the dialogue felt padded, like it was not needed. Like they just did not need all of those words to get the message they were trying to get across, which then lightened the weight of the words or the weight of the message or story. Whereas if they were more concise or more direct with what they were wanting to say, then it would have added more impact to the story and not felt like you were getting padded and yapping.
Or two. I didn't do any of the side quests, but we will later on.
But I did all.
Side quests,
I didn't mind the side quests. Some of them were cool, some of them were meh.
You think the girl's talking about her pet, but it's actually a slave.
Yeah, that one was crazy. Like, that was a great one. Like, I couldn't believe that one.
You to save his son from a wolf, but he's actually trying to trick you into getting killed by the wolf for his son's entertainment.
Yeah, crazy. That one was crazy as well.
Some of the
that was a good one.
Should be side quest, or at least should be trimmed down like crazy. Character-wise, Clive works best when he's with Sid. That's why the game kind of drops once Sid buggers off. Benedicta, I mean, she's hot, you know.
Yeah, Benedicta was just kind of a crazy lady. She just like had mental problems, not doing the best. Character-wise, some of the characters were cool. Some of them were not. I like Gav. Otto, he doesn't really show up or do much. Jill is like heroine antagonist. Heroine. Jill is like female protagonist. You know, love interest. I don't mind love interest. Like, I don't put a lot of focus onto that aspect of the games. I just like that sometimes it's there if it's in the game, and it's as long as it's not done terribly, I would enjoy the aspect of it. It does not need to be like god tier. Again, Hiatus kind of love interest. But if it's like a nice thing going on there, you have like the nice emotional moments with Jill or nice times having with Jill, I'm cool with that. Doesn't have to be like a huge important like crazy 10 out of 10 drama or 10 out of 10 love story. That's not what I'm playing the game for, and yeah, it adds enough for me. So I was happy with how that was. Joshua, I mean, Joshua was doing some questionable actions, or like the way he carried out his mission was kind of weird. I don't really understand why he didn't get involved with Clive earlier, why he was keeping such a secret about things when he knew Clive was alive. I feel like if he interacted with Clive and Sid earlier on, things could have gone out better. Maybe not, maybe, who knows. Joshua seemed kind of preachy sometimes, but overall I didn't mind Joshua. He's cool. Yeah, Benedicta was just a crazy woman. Titan was just, he was like Kupka, he was just kind of a crazy guy. Like, I didn't care about him. Like, all of the villains were just kind of crackheady. Like, they were just spouting nonsense, or they were just chatting shit. It's like, I get it, we're not supposed to like them like that, but I feel like the villains could have used a bit of work in terms of the writing department. Odin had some, if I remember correctly, some good moments, but then it had sometimes he kind of lost the plot on me there. Don't think it had a villain in the game that I really vied with besides Dion, but he was never a villain. I like Dion, but he was kind of getting controlled to the end of it, and he swung back around anyway. No villain really comes to mind that I jived with or thought was cool. His mother didn't make any sense why so much people was just letting her kind of follow her, like just being led on by her. Like what are you doing? But I guess maybe historically that is kind of accurate in how that would have played off, I'm sure. But it just doesn't like make sense. She wouldn't really just, she wouldn't use any kind of logical argument behind anything that she did. But we'll see.
Tall female version of Zidane that we all wanted, that we've always wanted to bang. But the fact that, I mean, and yes,
I don't know about that.
She's a Yotsuyu from Stormblood, probably the least popular villain in all of FF14. I just think there's something just kind of, at the very
I don't get your references.
Gets the job done a lot quicker than Stormblood does. All right, and
we do get, yeah, too much
shit. That
yeah,
is one of the
dialogue.
Games now. It's like, yeah,
I agree.
Congratulations.
Like, I didn't mind them saying fuck, cock, or whatever the case may be, if it fit, but I feel like sometimes they were just doing it too much.
It's not a GTA, it's not a Game of Thrones, it's not a Mafia show, and it never works. The forced swearing, I mean, yeah,
I agree.
That now. Swearing non-stop, like endlessly, and it's like, man, this is actually pulling me out, and it.
Yeah, like when Kuko was like, like, I was like, ah, what are you doing? What are you expressing? This is not how. So a crackhead might respond to things, and I guess I'm calling you a crackhead, so maybe it's right, but They did say fuck way too much. Sometimes it was fine. Same thing with any other swear words. They kind of just overly relied on them to come off as mature, when I feel like at that point the amount of reliance they had on it didn't come off as mature anymore. It just came off as edgy teen, which to be honest, who is Final Fantasy's target audience? If it's me, like someone that grew up with Final Fantasy, then this doesn't make any sense. But maybe a 13-year-old, 14-year-old kid that's getting into Final Fantasy would jive and love this a lot, or like jive and think it's funny, or think those aspects are funny because it's like haha fart poop jokes, but fucking cock instead. But I don't feel like that's the case either. Like that would be their target audience either, because unlike when I grew up with Final Fantasy, when a game was coming out like every year or every 1 to 2 years, I feel like most kids growing up nowadays, they get like 2, maybe 3 Final Fantasies in their entire lifetime of child to adulthood. Like three might be cutting it long. 3 might be cutting it like a bit close. Whereas when I grew up, well, from the first game I played in 2002 or 3 was Final Fantasy 10. There was already 10 for me to play, and then I got to play a bunch of the side games, and also like Chocobo's Dungeon, or there was a 12 spin-off, I can't remember. There was a 7 spin-off I played with Vincent as well, I can't remember. Before I played all of 13, like all 3 games of 13. Whereas now, I feel like since 13.3 came out, which was, I don't know how long ago that was, like probably over 10 years ago at this point, there's been 3 Final Fantasies. One of them is an MMO, so it doesn't count. So there's been 2 Final Fantasies. No kid is gonna grow up with this franchise like how I grew up with it, or how other people grew up with the franchise anymore, because they won't ever get attached to the fact that there are games that come out frequently to keep playing and keep following the stories on. Like all of the icons, all of the summons in Final Fantasies date back all of the way down to 1. I'm pretty sure. No kid is gonna get attached to like Shiva, Ifrit, the Phoenix, or any like Bahamut, Wood, and any of them, because they're gonna see those characters once, maybe twice, whereas I got to see them like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus times over and over and over in a bunch of different games. That's I think another problem with Final Fantasy, but that's just like, I don't know if you can overcome that with modern gaming and development cycles now, because obviously a lot more goes into it. And well, the writing is just, in my opinion, not as good. Like, at least from what I remember of 13 and then this game, I still would say I prefer the writing of 10 and before. And if I was to ever recommend someone to get into Final Fantasy and I had to choose the first game, I would probably choose 10. It's just my favorite. And then I would say from there they could play like 7, 9. I don't remember enough of 6 and 8 to really give you a judgment on that. But those would be like the 3 I'd recommend the most from what I remember about gameplay wise. One of these days I'll play 1 to 5 as well, like the OG ones, see what it's like. But let's continue with this. Went on a tangent.
Like it's being done to kind of show off or make a point. As a get to swear in a Final Fantasy for the first time since 7, for the first time since 1990. If you're just gonna self-indulge in that, the swearing shouldn't be pulling me out of this or anything like that. Cleverly craft longest time. It does pull me out quite a bit. Away in one guy.
What else is he?
This guy's like, fuck, where literally he says fuck in like every single line.
I mean, there's some aspect. There's sometimes when I could get the overly swear, like a bunch of the swearing makes sense. Then there's sometimes it doesn't.
For like line up, you know.
What else?
Fuck. I don't have an issue.
I mean, I just talked about all of this again. Didn't pre-watch. First time I'm watching this. It's just we played the same game, so we must have a lot of the same points.
I'm just kidding. Even Sid's swearing is like well placed. I'd say half of the swearing at the very least is unnecessary.
I could agree with that though.
Than he actually is. He's kind of underwhelming. Let's be perfectly honest. The Titan fight is absolutely fantastic though. Not knocking that.
Agreed.
Joshua is really boring as an adult.
I mean, I was saying that as well, right? Like Joshua seemed like a lot of the things he was doing didn't make a lot of sense, and then His character was pretty white bread.
Same with Dion. Dion's incredibly boring. Really, these
Didn't mind Dion as much as Joshua. Dion was cool to me.
two characters are perfect human beings with no character flaws. Their character flaw is that they're too nice. That's it.
Don't know if I felt like that about Dion,
Joshua
but
as a kid is way more interesting because his character flaw is just naivety.
yeah, I mean he was a kid. Like he actually acted like a kid.
And feeling betrayed and drunken uncle from an English pantomime. He's alright.
Yeah, Lord Byron, he
Dion's
was
the
cool.
best
He was
character.
cool.
You were completely wrong. Never be friends with him in real life. Cigarettes hunched over on his PC. He is not real. Smoking cigarettes hunched over. He is a 3D model made by a sweaty Japanese man chain smoking cigarettes.
He's not wrong.
I'm sorry, Brian, that's really mean of me. He's a lovely look.
Fair.
Dion, okay, every scene he's in, I'll tell you what, the scenes he's in tend to be more interesting than Joshua's.
I would agree.
He's just like too nice, basically. That's kind of all he is. So, I'm sorry, that was really mean. That was really mean to me. I'm sorry. I'm memeing. Jill, I think, is really boring. Torgal's great.
So I agree. I don't think Jill is like some crazy character development, but this might just be me. Like she was, like I said, the female love interest. I didn't think she needed to do as much as someone like Joshua or Clive needed to do to get my interest. Because for me, she served the purpose of being like emotional support for Clive, and that came through well enough. I'm not gonna say it was like 10 out of 10, but it did enough to satisfy me in what I would want from that kind of relationship with the character.
But I mean, you know, he's not a character, he's a dog. Yeah, he's a very good boy.
You toggle his
Yeah,
boots.
he's a tool to move the plot forward. He impaled a child. Yeah, but I mean, like, a Gary Stu or a Mary Sue can do all that stuff. They need something less. They can't just have a perfect personality. And Dion's interesting. Yeah, he gets more humanized at the end. I'll have to think about how I feel about Ultima. Fair? Yeah, I was gonna...
Ultima, I think he was kind of lame. Like, he was just yapping too much. I don't think, like, his reasoning was just he was a god, which is fine. Like, he's a god. He doesn't need to have reasons that make sense to a human. But then he did need to explain himself to humans as much. But I've touched on that a lot.
Say lazy. Torgal turns into Fenrir, and then that's the last we ever see of that. But maybe we see Torgal.
That's true.
In,
like, we got a bit of development for Torgal, and then...
we see him in a side quest? Maybe
oh, actually, he's right. He didn't do all of the side quests, but I did. And there was the side quest where Torgal got our sword for us. And that was kind of a nice touching moment where Torgal kept... like, we saw Torgal kept looking out for Clive and trying to find him being alive, while also getting his stuff for him and like keep thinking about him throughout the time, so that he really showed his loyalty to him. That was a nice side quest.
That's what gets developed. Ultima does look really cool. Clive's mum.
I don't think Ultima looks cool. I think his last form was cool. That we fought with the when he had the things floating above him, and the night form looked cool as well. His base form I think looked kind of sickly and whack.
I think is okay. It almost feels manipulative how hateable she is.
Yeah, I feel like she's hateable as a villain, but not because she's a good villain necessarily, but because she's just evil for evil's sakes, and the story I feel just goes along with her plots to be evil for evil's sakes. And I don't know if I jived with how that followed, but that could just be a preference thing.
Like, it's like, I get it. I'm supposed to hate her. Wow, she's bad. How do I know she's bad? Because whenever she sees Clive or his mere name is mentioned,
it's like, what are you doing? What else?
She does see from Game of Thrones, so let's. I get it. Yeah, no. There are other FF characters who you could say are perfect. Every character needs.
We're skipping past this. He's talking about like the other characters in comparison. I can't remember like
there's things.
Can't remember enough about other characters from how young I was when I played them to really say. Oh yeah, he's talking about Medicine Girl. She is the GOAT. I hope he doesn't say anything bad about her. She's just been hustling entire game. She was just hustling. Potion, salves, ointment. She just had it, and then she came in clutch with Dion at the end. Let's see.
God, mate, my ears are still hurting.
That's crazy. Like, I know it was the same thing, but she had a nice flow to it. I like Medicine Girl. I'm not gonna complain about Medicine Girl.
Listening to Medicine Girl, but She was one of the most memorable characters in the game.
I mean, at least
Goots were my favorite.
Goots.
My favorite NPCs. They're my.
Okay, at least he liked her. He liked her. He liked her. Goots. I mean, Goots was alright. He didn't leave like a crazy impression on me. Just like big guy. He was. It's not like he was bad, but it's not like he was super crazy good.
Favorite crap side characters. Every time they were on screen, there was tension because with her, I'm like, oh god, she's gonna say it. She's gonna say the line. My ears can't. And Goots,
imagine hating the line.
Just be a Gronk. Of Goots. In fact, I wanted more of Goots to lead of the Druid.
I was okay with Goots.
I mean, look, he does floor tank in the end, so it is fine. You know, he does fulfill his duty. Gooch DLC needed, but Leviathan's hinted at in this game. Then I'm sorry, but DLC is absolutely coming. There's no.
Okay, well, I played the DLC. I told you my thoughts on the DLC.
Like a normal human being from only reading Shakespeare's plays. Yeah, true. Yuri Anja, the fact that he learned English from only reading Shakespeare's plays, that'd be really fun. I would say definitely none.
Anything else here?
I don't really know if I could say any of these characters are any of the great Final Fantasy characters, including Sid. And I'll tell you why, because
if I had to think, I don't think any of the characters I really fell in love with in terms of really jive. Like I really like this could just be age difference, but I really like the cast of Final Fantasy X. I jive with a lot of them, and they are all memorable. Which again, I played that game when I was very young, so it could have just been part of the formative memories. And now that I'm a lot older, it takes a lot more to get me to that level, and I can't really like. Anytime I look back on 10, I'll judge it with nostalgia. I'm not gonna pretend, you know, I'm not biased. Definitely biased. So if I was to think about characters in this game, I don't think I can think of any of them that would stick with me like that.
He should be in the entire game. If it was in the whole game, like Auron.
I did like Sid, but maybe if he wasn't in the whole game, the entire game, I would feel the same, like similar or more strongly towards him. But didn't really.
You know who made it all the way to the end of?
It was kind of crazy that he died in the middle of the game, or like beginning of the game, basically.
One of the great characters, but he just doesn't have enough time. He doesn't have. Okay. I personally think they should make a DLC where you get like 4 ridiculous people, and they can all turn into Cactuar, King Mogamog, Tonberry King, and Fat Chocobo.
Well, we got Tonberry King. We didn't get King Mogamog. We didn't get Fat Chocobo. And what was the other one? I'm blanking. We didn't get the other one, I don't think. We got the DLC.
I want to see that story. A comic relief DLC for 16. A Million Miles is better than Dion. By like every Estidian.
Who's that?
Who's more Chad Dragoon? Dion or Estidian? Estidian by a.
Can't even. I don't even know who Estidian is. Who is that? Like, let me just. Estidian, Final Fantasy 16. Okay, he's talking about someone else. Okay, he's talking about a different Final Fantasy. Okay, I'm not lost. It's a bit.
Like he bloody deserves. He's great Chocobo on Sephiroth. Most of the game it felt like we were
Let's
fighting
see.
Titan. Yeah, I also think the 5-year time skip is totally unnecessary. I just think it's completely unnecessary. Just cut the crystal in half. Cut to 3 months later.
Yeah, I could agree.
Do you even really need to?
I don't think we needed to spend 5 years
I'd say
before anything real got done. Like, I get there'd need to be like rebuilding time, maybe like a year, and then we could get shit done to rebuild the hideout. But like 5 years.
Crystal maybe a bit, but 5 years is a bit ridiculous, especially when Clive and Jill look exactly the same and are wearing the exact same.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, we had a lot of time skipping in the game, and nothing changed with character appearances. Like, every single character looked the exact same, didn't change clothes, didn't change look. They could have said 3 months later, and that would have got the same effect.
Clothes. If I replaced Sid's death, in what other part of the story would his demise be better suited?
Don't care about that necessarily.
Or teenagers or whatever, and then there's you as adults, and that should be it. Anything beyond that one time skip is excessive. I don't know. I don't need more. Thank you for being better late than never. Like, that would have easily subtracted like an entire 1 or like 2 points out of 10 on this game if that was there for the whole game. The music, okay, the music
was banging,
there,
yeah.
but it is astounding how many scenes in this game have no music.
It's true. Like, the hype music only came through like a few times that I can remember. Other than that, it was just regular background tracks, which they were good. They weren't fine. They weren't bad, but like there were points in the game, not that many, but there were a few points in the game where I was like, "Oh shit, the music is bumping," and then most of the game was just chill.
That started as a kind of whatever thing, and then it just got worse and worse and worse. There's like 50 scenes in the entire game that should have had music that didn't have it. I thought that was just bizarre. Music from classic Final Fantasy. Yeah, it freaked my mind. No chocobo music. Man, actually a mini boss.
Let's see.
Should happen is if you fight a major boss.
There really wasn't any other than jumping on the chocobo. I don't recall any like OG Final Fantasy songs in the core gameplay.
You get da-da-da-da. You don't get it for trash mobs, whatever. Silence. So,
I agree.
Final Fantasy 7 is very gritty and
skip past that.
But they did make the chocobos look brutal. I'll give him that. No chocobo music was a cop out. Yeah. So, tactics was dark. So,
I skipped to where he talked about the game itself.
And Cloud says it, and you over him, standing on the. There are naked men. It's totally fine to be inspired by Game of Thrones, but when Bahamut kills his father, they're like, oh, Kinslayer, and it looks like Jaime Lannister, his mum's ghost. Yeah, there's sex position, which is when they're just naked in bed. Really, honestly, for no real.
Yeah, like there was a lot of naked scenes where it was just, do we need to have this scene naked? Like when Ultima was talking to Odin, like did Ultima need to be naked? Because he was shapeshifting, and that wasn't his actual appearance. Did he need to be naked? Did Odin need to be naked? Like they weren't doing anything, right? Because that was Ultima and Odin. So why not just be clothed and have the same conversation?
Good reason, other than to put it in there and give this game a mature rating.
Yeah, I agree.
Just talk about the plot.
And also, I don't think the game looked nice enough for hard characters. Like Jill looked pretty. Jill was pretty. Like she looked nice. But I don't think the game, like any of the characters, were like beautiful. Like holy shit, hot. Like yeah, Benedicta looked pretty as well. Like nice. Not really my type, but I don't know. It could just be because how I'm playing the game but I've seen it as well on YouTube in full HD. But it could be because I'm playing and I felt the same. But maybe because how I'm playing the game, I have a poor impression on PS Play. But I felt like the HD cutscenes were lacking. I felt like the Final Fantasy X HD cutscenes had more detail and looked better than the HD cutscenes in this game. And the characters in 10 in the HD cutscenes also looked better than in this game, which doesn't make sense. At least the remaster for that, the HD remaster, which still doesn't really make sense to me.
Very opinionated. Dashimo! Yeah! And he's with a hot lady, and you're like, I like where this is going. And he puts his head between her legs and he goes,
Mother. Exactly. It's like, what was this for?
Like, just as thing. Yeah. Ended. Parts of this game that were obvious weaknesses, you feel like defending that now? And look, yeah, is the turn-based, it's not turn-based, therefore it's not a Final Fantasy argument, is actually more complex than it might.
I don't have any stakes in this argument. I'll just probably skip past this. I don't care if it's turn-based. I don't care if it's action RPG. I don't care if it's action combat. I'm just here for a good time. If they did it well, which I feel like, no, I don't have much experience with other games, action combat style, but I feel like at least from what I have played, it was done well, and I did enjoy the combat, and it did feel fluid.
it's often strawmanned and say, well, it's not turn-based. But ask you, but absolutely everyone hated it. What about
So we can
always
skip
sticking- we played
these.
Super Mario on that. He's always trying to push it. I
Skip
think you guys
that.
can sort of get what I want. So it goes FF5, different from the previous 6 ones before that. So they wanted to be more Western. Yeah, that's a thing, friendly. Yeah. No, it's like why I like watching anime in Japanese. I want my foreign shit to sound foreign. I don't want.
I could agree with that. I prefer to watch anime in Japanese as well, and the foreign shit sounding foreign, looking foreign, feeling foreign feels better to me, and it just comes across as more entertaining or less cringe when they do something whack because I don't understand what they're saying. I can just read the words. Whereas if I hear some of the lines being said in English, which may be in Japanese, if I played the game in Japanese, dialogue would have been better or felt better. So maybe I could be wrong there. But at least from everything I've seen of the game, this game felt English. And it felt like it made more sense to play this game in English and experience it in English. But the dialogue for the English wasn't the
Let's
best.
see some samurai, you know, in 15th century. I feel like 16, you can't give it a 0 out of 10, but you also can't give it a 10 out of 10. That's what I would say.
It's mid.
Well, the thing is, Vector, this is kind of one of the weaknesses of the community of modern Final Fantasy.
It's like 5 at best 6.
Closed off to criticism of even minor things, it means that the devs will repeat certain. So if you got Denos,
Okay, that's some dev stuff he's talking about.
Besides that, then that shit wouldn't be in this game. I can only recommend this game to people who are already die-hard Final Fantasy fans, but you were going to play it anyway, so it's irrelevant.
I would agree. Like I said, not the first Final Fantasy I would recommend by any
Anyone who's
means.
not a Final Fantasy fan, I can only recommend this with one tip, which is that in between boss fights, if you smell filler, if you realize like, wait, they're just saying a whole bunch of nothing, just skip that shit.
I would agree. Like there was a ton of dialogue that I listened to, did not need to listen to. All of, like a lot of side quest dialogue I skipped through. Sometimes it was interesting and I kept with it. But yeah, there's a lot of just talking for talking sakes in this game.
Straight away, your parts. So, yeah. There are things that I love that I would say a 10 out of 10, and I will still rip on things. And you know, I'm not sitting around saying it's a perfect game.
Let's see.
0.
Wait, what was your?
Angry Seb TV. Final Fantasy 16. My score is 0 out of 10 for Final Fantasy 16.
That's a bit crazy. I thought, you know, maybe I was being harsh with it, but that's jokes. That's jokes. He's gonna give a real score.
Final Fantasy 16. Boring. Out of 10. Final verdict. Not a joke. No sarcasm.
I mean, I guess he hated the game.
No, I'm fucking about.
Alright, let's see.
Okay, actual score. In my opinion, cannot be given a score out of 10. I actually refuse to give it a score out of 10.
Why?
Because it cannot be graded that way. There are parts
I mean,
of
I'm
this game
interested
that
to
are
see.
10 out of 10. There are parts of this game that are 0 out of 10.
I mean, with anything, isn't there parts of something that is this and parts of it and that averages to the final score? Which is exactly how I came to like roughly 5-6, because I think the story and is like a 4, the dialogue is like a 3, the combat is like 7.5 to 8. I'm not doing like perfect math here, but like if you average these things out, you get like 3.5, let's say 7.5 on this end. You meet in the middle, come down 1, 6.5, come up 4.5, come down 1, 5.5. So it's 5.5. So it's like 5-6. Roughly in that area. That's kind of how my logic went about to getting to that 5 or 6 in terms of finding the aspects of the game I liked and what I rated out of. Obviously, that's not like a deep dive on every aspect of the game of this is part and this part, but just the main aspects that I was paying attention to being dialogue, writing, dialogue, story, and combat. Like combat, like gameplay. When I say combat, I mean like gameplay. What I'm actually doing minute to minute.
0 out of 10, the filler.
Agreed. Like a lot of filler was just.
The constant
If I wanted to play an MMO, I'd play an MMO. I don't. He's gonna say it.
with the fact that there's no goddamn music in like
Okay, that's not what I was saying, but
scenes of this game.
I'm not really a music person. Music enhances things for me, so maybe if they had music, I would have felt more emotional, more invested into scenes. Maybe.
So many scenes from swearing.
Agreed.
Mining this area. Typhoon with that music and that reveal.
That was sick. I never really understood what Typhoon was either. Like, what was he? What was the point of that? Who was that? Where did that come from? Who it was? I'll look into it after, I guess.
That phase 2 should have been a big Cockney thing. Oh, Siobhan watched him. I watched him. I'm making fun of them deep.
All right.
0 out of 16. Cannot give it a score out of 10.
I mean, that's like, I feel like that's a couple, but
enjoy your.
I mean, he can do whatever he wants, right? Like, his life.
Goddamn filler. The main story points as possible. Don't worry about the filler. You're not missing. English voice acting is actually great.
I did think the English voice acting in the game was pretty good. Like, the accents were on point. I felt like every character voice fit what they looked like and what I would expect them to sound like. So that's also good.
Probably the best voice acting in any film. Some people are kind of boring. Boss fight rating out of 10. Good. Just admit I want to give 16 a low score, but I'm scared of the backlash. Modern Final Fantasy. No, I really am being honest when I say that. Give it a 0.
Alright, well, I mean, that's more or less everything there. But yeah, that was Final Fantasy X. We actually finished the game today. Tomorrow, you'll see us booting Hades up. I have to put that to download now before I leave. And then, I didn't finish it before, but one of the reasons I didn't want to play Persona was because I know it's a bad stream game. But I have no viewers. So when is a better time to play a bad stream game when it doesn't matter? So I'm gonna play Persona 5 and experience what Persona is about. Because I wanted to play a single player, well, not single player, I wanted to play a turn-based RPG and I wanted to play Persona. I didn't want to play a 100-hour game because it's not the best for streams, but I don't have any viewers. So I could take advantage of that and get it off of the list while getting more hours in on streams. Maybe it picks up. Maybe I get a lot of Persona fans and maybe I get viewers. Don't care. I'm doing it for fun. And after Persona, I mean, that's a long game. So maybe we'll drop back to like some shorter games like 20, 25 to 30 hours max. But we'll see where we go from there. I'm not really too sure after Persona. We have Hades and Persona. Hades will be like a week. Persona will be probably the better part of a month, if not slightly longer. But good stream today. We're finishing a bit early because, well, there's not much else to do besides nothing else really. I beat the game, reacted to some interesting stuff, gave my thoughts on the game. So I'll check you guys tomorrow, and happy Father's Day if you are a father. I am one as well, so happy Father's Day to me, I suppose. Don't really celebrate holidays or occasions. It's just not what I do, but you guys have a good one.